Hi, welcome. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is March 16, 2020. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It's greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and come back for more. If this is the first time visiting, I just want to say welcome. And if you are, like I said earlier, a new subscriber, thank you so much for taking the time out to check out my videos. For those who are new, I do the reseller news, Let's Talk eBay, and I'm also a vlogger. I like to talk about other topics. But today I want to talk about eBay and what's going on with the coronavirus. Now, on my Facebook page earlier, I was talking on the eBay Top Rated Sellers group. I just did a video out there, did a live video in regards to what's going on. Well, first of all, I wanted to thank all the new members there. And for those who are, or if you're not familiar with my eBay Top Rated Sellers group, I just want to say that group is growing in leaps and bounds. To me, it is anyway. Up to date, we're up to 2,284 new members, and it's growing every day. So for those of you out there, I don't know if some of those members out there are subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have, thank you so much for supporting my channel by subscribing. So it's greatly appreciated. Today I have some windows opened up, and I want to share some news with you, and it is, yes, about the coronavirus. As we all know what's going on, it's getting really out of hand. It's spreading. I'm in New York, and the governor of New York was just making an announcement earlier today. It was on Facebook, and he was talking about, the procedures they're taking. They're closing schools down in New York City. I am over here in the suburbs of Long Island. They are closing all the schools down here, daycares, elementary schools, and so on and so forth. Even certain businesses are being closed down or closed for the day or whatever. I think there's going to be curfews also imposed in certain parts of the city or whatever. I'm not, like I said, I'm not in New York City. I'm not in Manhattan. However, by train, I'm about 45 minutes away from them. So I'm over here in the suburbs of Long Island. But as far as in regards to, I should say, the cases out here, in my township itself, I haven't heard any cases so far. In my township, I'm talking about. Yes, in New York and surrounding areas, there are some cases that I think very few, as far as I know. I'm trying to keep up to date with that stuff, but like I said earlier, my video too, I've talked about this before when it comes to this coronavirus thing. Yes, it is a very serious thing, and we need to take it serious. I've also did a video about that. I don't know if you guys had checked it out earlier, or I think it was yesterday, I believe I did. It was the coronavirus. It was eBay, eBay news for today, and I did the topics about coronavirus and protecting our buyers. So if you haven't gotten a chance, maybe you could check that out if you got the time. However, I got some windows open up, and before I get into that, I just want to share with you guys really quick in regards to these websites. I do not have any affiliate links with them whatsoever. Okay, so I want you to know that there. I do not get anything for you guys to click them on. This is not no clickbait thing here. I throw it out there and then you click it on. I get a kickback. I am not on any of these sites. However, one of my favorite sites, just to share with you really quick, is ecommercebytes.com. That's one of my favorite sites, and along with TameBay. There are quite a few ones, but for the most part, I love those two particular sites. So I want to share those with you. And lastly, before I get into that into the news with those pertaining to those sites, I do not read everything verbatim. I will give you the URL as to where I got the information from, and the rest is up to you to pick up where I left off. And I also want to encourage you that when you do go to these websites, please go directly to the websites. I mean, I put it out here on my YouTube channel to share with you guys, especially if you're involved with e-commerce, online selling. You may want to, go directly to those sites to read more information because they have active hyperlinks in there. So it's very important and very essential that you go directly to those sites, okay? So I just want to repeat that one time. I don't want to keep repeating it all the time. I just want to let you know, just throw that little word of advice out there when it comes to, going to those sites. They do have active hyperlinks, and you may want to read a little more into it. E-commerce Bytes is a great site. I get the straight news from them. I love them. I've been following them right along. I get Google alerts, and they're usually involved with those Google alerts, and I like to put it out there and share this information with you guys out there, especially the followers and subscribers. And like I said again, if you are a visitor, I hope you get a takeaway from the information I put out. This information I put out is, for all intents and purposes, is to help you as an e-commerce business person or online seller, if whatever you want to decipher it, as to help you out to keep you informed of what's going on in the e-commerce world, so to speak. Okay, that's the whole intense purpose of this channel. Okay, is to help, inspire, and share. Okay, now there are going to be times I'm going to share my own viewpoints on what I feel, and I'm going to, I'll throw that out there to you guys on occasion. I do not sugarcoat anything on this website, I should say this YouTube channel. I will tell it like it is. If I too am a seller on eBay, and if I am not doing good on eBay, or my sales are down, or I'm not making any sales, I will share it. I will put it out there to you guys. Like I said again, I do not, sugarcoat anything. I tell it like it is. However, I'm not here to knock anybody's dreams down or future plans of selling on eBay. I'm just sharing the information with you guys out there just to keep you abreast of what's going on in the e-commerce business. So without further ado, let's go right to it. Okay, our first website is going to be from TameBay. So let me give you a URL. It's www.tamebay.com. This story was posted. I always have to give the dates. Now, where are the dates here? You're going to see me repeating the dates a lot here, folks. Telling you because I want you to know it's not old news. It is new news. Okay, fairly new news. There may be times where I may share all the news on a specific topic that I might have referred to maybe way back when, and I might want to share that with you. So you're going to hear me throwing dates out there. But for the most part, this is going to be the most recent news. So please. I hope this information helped you guys out. This one was over here by Chris Dawson. It came out March 16, 2020. That's today. And the title is Managing Your Business Through Coronavirus Pandemic. I'm not going to read it all. I'm going to read some into it, and then the rest is up to you. And as I said earlier, here are the active hyperlinks. So you may want to go directly to the site. You see that's turning red? Yes, you may want to go on here, like I said, go directly to the site and read more into this here. But for the most part, I'm going to touch a little basis on it right now. Okay, it says there will be doubtless some disruption to your business during the coronavirus pandemic, and it's worth updating your emergency plans to protect your seller reputation and feedback. Firstly, if you need to shut down your business, and make sure you are familiar with the holiday settings and considering using out-of-stock messages to reduce your inventory to a zero, but keep your listing history live on eBay. If you are a sole trader, make sure your family member has access to your eBay account, or buddy up with a friendly seller and give each other the detailed instructions on what to do if your account needs to be temporarily paused trading. Okay, and then it goes on to say speak to your carriers to ensure that you know about the coronavirus pandemic. Procedures that would like you to follow then when you pick up your outgoing shipments. They may not wish to enter your warehouse or home, and you may need to have your parcels and mail ready to collect them outside of the warehouse door rather than inside for the next few months. You will also want to establish procedures for accepting income deliveries and returns. Now, you see, this is what's going on now. As you can see here, it's getting to a point where now even the couriers may not want to enter your place of business because of this pandemic going on right now. So the only thing I will say is this: if you are a seller that sells out of your house, in regards, and you know what porch thieves are. I talked about that in my other videos a while back. You need to be careful, folks, for the simple reason is I understand where they're coming from with this story, and it's very good information. But when it comes to placing packages outside your front door of your house, you may want to keep it an area where you could keep an eye on it. I'm not saying, if you have a door that has one of those long storm doors that are closed, that you could open up, they go from top to bottom. You may want to leave that open where you could see your packages in full view. If you tend to do so, or because you might want to make sure that these packages are going to be picked up. Like I said again, I did a story about that a while back about people's packages getting robbed from their porches. So be careful with that. However, if you do make arrangements with your carrier, you could also have them probably pick them up in the back, your back door. So it's not, at a bird's eye view there, so to speak. You may want to do that too if you're having, I guess, FedEx. I don't know how they would, how they're going to feel about this, but you may want to tell FedEx or UPS or whatever. I have some packages that be on the side of the house, or maybe you want to pick them up in the back door, just to keep them out of sight. That old saying, out of sight, out of mind. That's when you could do it. Now, I'm not going to read too much into this because I got a total of 9 windows. 4 windows are going to be from e-commerce bites, and I want to expand a little on each topic. So I hope you guys will, can adhere to this and take what I'm saying with seriousness. Okay. So I'm not going to read too much. I know there's quite a bit to read here. You could also have your say in it as well. You could just go down here. They usually have it right over here. Well, I guess people do have there. Oh, okay, you could have your say here. You could also leave a comment, and you could share it. And all I'm asking for is a name. Your name is required, email, and if you have a website, I guess you could put that as well. And you could also check off this little box here if you want them to follow up on your comments via by email. All right, and I gave you the URL. Definitely a good site. This is another one of my favorite ones, Tamebase, so you might want to check into that, okay? All right, so let's move right along. Now, as you know what's going on, people are going crazy, folks. They're going to the stores, they're buying hand sanitizers and paper towels and toilet paper, you name it, bleach. I was in my local dollar store, and people, those things flew off the shelf a long time ago. I had a relative that went to the Walmart around the area over here, and they already just got a shipment in, right, of paper towels and toilet paper and stuff, and they're limiting it one package per customer. And when my relative went next door, when they found out about it, because somebody in Stop and Shop is a supermarket over here, told them, oh yeah, if you need toilet paper or paper towels, you can go next door to Walmart, and they have it. When she got there, she said they were all out of it already. So as soon as the shipments are coming in, that's as fast as they're going out. Anyway, this one here is from MarketWatch.com. So let me get a URL. It's www.marketwatch.com. And this story came out today, March 16, 2020. It goes on to say here, Tennessee man sitting on almost 18,000 bottles of hand sanitizer says he's doing a public service. Okay, well, let's read a little more before we start jumping conclusions here. It goes, but Amazon and eBay have banned him and other sellers for overpriced gouging on cleaning products and face masks. Now, this morning, I was talking about this here on my Facebook group, the eBay Top Rated Sellers group, about this here. In regards to people buying large quantities of stuff and hoarding it or selling it, selling for top dollar. If you want to do the right thing, folks, especially in low-lying areas where they live in areas where they're distant from stores and so on. You may want to, if you're going to buy this stuff and you want to make a little profit, it's one thing to make a profit, but it's another thing to really overstep and really make these items really expensive. I was on eBay. My relative told me about, if you go on eBay and you type in toilet paper, somebody was selling a pack of toilet paper for $49 for a pack of toilet paper. I mean, that's crazy, folks. I mean, this is a time and place right now, especially when you got a crisis like this going on. People can't get things. Don't be greedy and hoard it. If you're going to buy it and you're going to sell it, you want to make a little profit, it's one thing, but don't price gouge, Let's try to help one another out. I don't have any items like this right now. I'm not selling any toilet paper or paper towels or hand sanitizers, but if I was, rest assured, I would not charge those ridiculous prices to, I would not be doing price gouging. Not in the time of a crisis, especially when there's a shortage of this here. The supply and demand is really great right now for these items, and for people to sit there and buy these things and sell them for top dollar is really crazy. But let's read a little more into this. It goes on to say these pandemic profiteers have become internet pariahs. Brothers Matt and Noah Calvin admit in a New York Times interview they bought up all the hand sanitizer and antibacterial wipes where they could find across Tennessee and Kentucky after the first U.S. coronavirus death was reported on March 1st, with the intent to resell them as a profit. Public panic around COVID-19 kicked in. It goes on to say they cleaned out the small shops, dollar stores as well, and Walmart, right? And it says Staples, Home Depot, and began listing the items on Amazon at a substantial markup. Now, I'm not going to read too much into this here. It goes on to say here a little more. I'm skipping here a little. It says over here, it was crazy money. Matt Cohen told the Times last week, revealing that his first 300 bottles of sanitizer sold out between $8 and $70 a piece. Almost immediately, multiples of the prices he had paid he had sold 2,050 packs, right, of face mask on eBay for $40 to $50, sometimes higher. In fact, the story notes that Calvin, former Air Force technical surgeon, derives a six-figure income from selling Nike sneakers, pet toys, and trending products on Amazon. Well, that's okay. That's his business. That's what he does. I wish him all the best. Okay, but here's what I'm trying to say. It's really good, if possible, if people, like I said again, it's one thing you want to make a profit, but don't be overbearing with the prices. If you want to make a few dollars here and there, let's try to help people out. Let's try to work in a unified system here and try to help everybody out, not just, I don't know. I just don't think it's right, but that's me. Okay, this next story here is from India.com. So let me give you the URL. It's www.india.com. Story goes to say coronavirus amid price gouging by sellers of face masks, hand sanitizer, eBay, Amazon put restrictions. The story, like I said, it came out March 14, 2020. It says over here, Washington, D.C., amid the escalation of the prices of sellers and face masks, hand sanitizer, and disinfectant wipes, e-commerce company eBay has banned the sale of these items. The company also said in the directive that it is in the process of removing current listings from the aforementioned items. It added that the listings and description of which mention coronavirus COVID-19, the illness it causes, and other popular variations of the phases like 2019 and COV would be removed too. Related stories, and you can read more on the related stories here. This is why I always tell you guys to go directly to the website. These are all active hyperlinks. Okay, I'm not going to get into the related stories. I'm just going to scooch down over here. It says we will continue to monitor the evolving situation and quickly remove any listings mentioned COVID-19, coronavirus 2019, and nCoV, except books in the title or descriptions. The Verge quoted notice by eBay as saying, these listings may violate applicable U.S. laws or regulations, eBay policies, and exhibit unfair pricing behavior for our buyers, it added. And then it goes on a little more to read here. I guess I could pick up on this. It goes, in a similar such move, Amazon is also putting more restrictions on sellers of face masks, hand sanitizer on its third-party marketplace platforms. In a note to some sellers, products like face masks, hand sanitizers, Amazon had on Wednesday said that it was not accepting applications to sell these products at this time. You're receiving this message because you are currently selling or have previously sold products such as disposable face masks, hand sanitizers, disinfectant wipes, sprays, isopropyl alcohol, or related products. Read the message according to the report in Verge, which reviewed the note. Okay, and then the last part of here I'm going to read it. It says we implemented the more stringent requirements to sell these products in our store. As a result, your offers have been removed. We are not accepting applications to sell these products at this time, the message added. So if you guys are thinking about selling this stuff and you are an Amazon seller and eBay, think twice about it because you could see they are cracking down on it. Okay, so keep that in mind, folks. Okay, here's another story, protecting your small business during the coronavirus outbreak, brought to you by Allstate. Now, let me give you the URL. It's www.smallbusinessconnection.com. And the story came out March 11, 2020. And it goes on to say here, with the stock market in free fall and coronavirus fever literally, figuratively wreaking havoc on people's business and economies, the question is, what can you do to protect your business from the worst effects? Here are some tips to help you safeguard your business. It goes disinfect, have your sanitizer out for all. If you can't get any, make some. Regularly wipe down the public services with disinfectant wipes. Have sick employees. I'm just going to read the highlights here. Have sick employees stay home. Encourage remote work. Okay, communicate. Follow guidelines. Invent some new strategies. Stay informed. Then you could also read it there. And this is all brought to you by Allstate. Now, for those who don't know, Allstate is a car insurance company. Well, they also insure business as well. But that's what I was known for. I used to have Allstate for my car insurance. But they're just putting this information out there. So, again, go directly to the site. That's why I gave you URL, and you can read more in here. All the blue you've seen here, folks, like I said again, is all active hyperlinks. So you may want to check this out, okay? Definitely a good site. So let's move right along. This one here is from South Wales Argus. Let me give you URL. It's www.southwalesargus.com. .co. I'm sorry. .co.uk. And this story came out March 14th. It says eBay review system misleads shoppers into buying poor quality products. Report. This let's read a little more into this. It says eBay shoppers are being misled into purchasing poor and counterfeit products because of a flaw in their website's review system, according to which the consumer group claims that sellers are able to easily exploit the shopping platform's review system to attach glowing reviews on inferior products. When adding items to sale on eBay, people can also use a product ID, which pulls relevant information from the central database to make the listing processing simpler, including reviews. Okay, they're going to have, and I'm not going to read too much into this here. You could check it out for yourself, all right? This is, like I said again, I put the information out there for you guys, and the rest is up to you if you like to pick up where I left off. Very good information, very good site as well, all right? So now the next 4 sites are going to be for ecommercebytes.com. So I'm going to give you the URL, and I'm not going to repeat it anymore. It's www.ecommercebytes.com. And this story came out March, well, okay, it's been updated over here, but yeah, edited on March 15th, 2020. It says over here in every issue, for those who don't know, Ina Steiner is the owner of this here. She's an editor, and people will write in, people like you and I, if you're a eBay seller or a buyer, or just in general, e-commerce seller, you could write into her, and hopefully, well, I'm sure she'll answer your letters, but you could do that there. I don't think I know. I never have written into Ina in regards to any particular issues, but you can do that if you choose to do so. And just to read a little over here, it says in every issue, readers sound off about the issues important to them, from shipping issues to payment processing, from fees to online marketplace policies. E-commerce Bytes Sound Off gives you a chance to air your views. So it goes on to say, good morning, Ina. I'm not sure if you already mentioned this in the previous posting, as a topic that didn't come up in search, but one part of eBay's new managed payment system is there are categories or items that you can no longer sell once you sign up. Okay, it goes, I didn't see anything at all mentioned about that in any of the messaging until I was forced into signing up early this week. I was wanted to join by March 3rd or forget selling a cohort. Okay, per eBay. All right. I'm not familiar with this part here. That's why sometimes when I do the reseller news, I pick these things out of random, but I always pick the ones that I feel that would be important to you guys. So this one goes on to say, per eBay, sellers enrolled in the managed payments are not allowed to list the following items: adult-only items, including movies and video games, airline, rail, and cruise tickets, auction services, bullion, coins and paper money, event tickets, gift cards or coupons, lodging, timeshares, vacation packages, and car rentals, memberships and campground of RV parks, motor vehicles, wine. Okay. It says via listens that do not follow these rules may be removed from the site or from the search results. Other actions may include lowering the seller's rating, charging additional fees, limiting buying and selling privileges, or suspending an account. Wow. Okay, guys, you see what this is, what they're saying here. Take heed to these words that eBay's putting out. All right. Like I said, I don't want to expand too much on this here, but you guys could check the rest of this out, all right? Keep that in mind. Let's go to the next window over here. This one here came out March 14, 2020. Online Seller's Guide to eBay Spring Seller Update Part 1. eBay released the Spring Seller Update on February 26, 2020 and announced changes to its user agreement to take effect on March 27, 2020 for existing users. It's easy for sellers to miss changes that could impact them, since the seasonal updates contain so much information, including spring update and crucial changes to the seller protections that impact an item not received claims and item not as ascribed claims. Also included is a new requirement for sellers to use shipping carriers that are integrated with eBay in order to fully protected for the item not received claims, INR. And then it goes on to say another significant change going to affect April 1st. eBay is giving buyers more time to prove they've mailed back the return before eBay will close return claims in the seller's favor, up to 35 business days in some cases. That is crazy. I remember reading, I've been on, actually not reading, but I've never been on another seller's YouTube channels talking about that, and I think that is crazy. I really do. I know they have, I think, up to 60 days where you could offer that there, but I don't go that route. I mean, right now, as far as I have it, it's only up to 30 days, but it looks like they're going to be doing some more changes. Sometimes I don't think it's always for the better. But anyway, let's read into it. It says eBay is also granting sellers new protections against buyers that get around seller blocks and purchase them again. Okay. And it goes on to say those are just some of the changes around seller protection. eBay announced that it would add support global shipping program to manage payments in the early spring, a feature that has been a long time coming. In May, eBay will roll out changes in 4 categories. Will introduce required item specifics and the electronics and home and garden categories. Pay attention, required item specifics can impact visibility, listing visibility. And then it goes on to say here, those are just some of the highlights that'll change changes that sellers can expect, as it typically does with its updates. eBay classified the spring seller update changes into several broad categories. We've even hyperlinked so you could go straight to the page on eBay where the changes are described in full detail. And you know I am not going to go to that. This is why I tell you guys to go and see. These are all active hyperlinks, and you might want to read more into it. Let me see over here. Okay, let's read. I'm skipping these guys here. I'm going to go over here. It says we classified a major spring seller update changes that will impact sellers into 7 categories, and we'll cover the first 4 in part 1. The remaining topics will be part 2. Now, part 2 is going to be coming after this as well. Part 1 is seller protection, 2 seller help with issue resolution portal, manage payments, user agreement, and part 2 seller tools, shipping category, and item specific changes. Okay, and look at there's a lot to read here. This is why I tell you guys, you got to go directly to the site, folks. Okay, there is a lot to read here, and I can't get into all of this here. And then when you get to the bottom, I always refer people to read the comments, because sometimes the comments that are brought out are by sellers and buyers, just like you and I, and they bring out good things that you and I might not be aware of. So definitely check out the comments left by the by sellers and buyers at the bottom of the page. Okay, now going to the next one here is going to be part 2. Okay, here we go. Online Seller's Guide to eBay Spring Seller Update 2020 Part 2. Again, this came out March 14, 2020. Like debt and taxes changes on eBay is certainly and almost dreaded by sellers. In part 1, today's Online Seller's Guide, we introduced the eBay Spring Seller Update and covered 4 of the 7 changes of eBay announced on February 26: seller protection, seller help issue, resolution portal, manage payments, and user agreement. Here in part 2, we're covering the remaining 3 topics: seller tools, shipping category, and item specifics. Note that eBay is making some item specifics required, which could impact the visibility, so you understand. To be sure you understand how the changes might affect your listings. And we're going to talk about this, the seller tools. They're going to have the new multi-user account access permission, read only access to orders, and so on and so forth. I got one more window open up here. I'm just going to scroll down here really quick just to give you guys a little overview. This way, if it might spark some interest, where you might want to directly go to the site and read more into it. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, we got quite a bit. There's quite a bit here. All right. The things that always get me, I'm always concerned about, is the category and item specifics right up here, guys. This is what I'm always concerned about, because that's a big part. It plays a big crucial part in getting your items listed properly and also in search. So yeah, that's what really I always focus on: the categories and item specifics. All right, and then they have over here, when you go to the bottom, you can learn. As I said earlier, it says you can learn more on this page by on the eBay website. And you could also go to the eBay community chat board as well. Okay, links to eBay announcement resource, and you can read more into it. Okay, all right. And you could also leave a comment too at this as well. All right, so let's move right along here. The last but not least is the Collector's Corner. This came out March 14, 2020, and it goes on Collector's Corner. Mr. Peanut Collectibles, live on. Now, I'm not going to play this here because I don't know how long the video is. I didn't get a chance to check it out, but it goes on to say here, spring is just around the corner, and flea markets, yard sales, and swap meets will be popping up all around. So we thought we'd take a look at one category you might want to keep a lookout for: Mr. Peanut Collectibles. It goes on to say, as you must be aware by now, the Planters company killed off its 104-year-old mascot, Mr. Peanut, earlier this year in a commercial that aired in January. Mr. Peanut selflessly gave his life to save his friends. Actress Wesley Snipes and Matt Walsh went to the NUT Mobile, in which they were riding a plunged over a cliff. Okay, they had this thing here. Like I said, they got some videos here. You could check it out for yourself. I'm going to leave this window up because I want to check these out myself. Again, you could go here and read some of the information there. I don't know. It looks like no one left any replies. So if you want to leave a reply, you must be logged in here to post a comment. That's basically it on this here. I'm going to bump out of this window here and just close out this video. So stick around, guys. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you found the information helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated to when I post new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is March 16, 2020. I'm wishing you all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.